I am excited to be here. Who is not familiar with Carolina Improv Company? It's okay if you're not. Carolina what? Carolina Improv Company, not improve. Some people do confuse it with improve. When we first started the company, people kept calling it improve. And even in like Yelp and Yahoo.com, very annoying, they have listed us as Carolina Improvement Company. So I get a lot of calls for like renovating houses. Luckily, my husband owns a company like that, so it's a great lead generator. I just pass it on to Carolina Home Exteriors instead. So I'm going to spend a couple minutes with you this morning talking about the power of yes and what we do in improv. And for those not familiar with improv, we're improvising. Everybody knows what that is, right? We improvise every day. Would you agree with that? There is no script in your jobs. We think there are scripts, but there are not, right? Because sometimes you have to quickly change the moment because things are changing on us, and that's life. So how we respond and we react in the moment is really what it's all about. So from an entertainment perspective, we do have a theater in the Old Colonial, Old Briarcliff, currently Myrtle Beach Mall, where we do shows and we improvise without a script. But we also do training, where we go into organizations and we show them how to apply this crazy improv thing in the workforce. How can we listen better? How can we pay attention better? How can we just quickly adapt to situations? So we use those skills that we use on stage, and we apply them in the stage of our work life, basically. So we do this with a lot of companies, mainly outside of Myrtle Beach. We do have some clients here. But we go in and we help them improve their customer service, their sales, their team building, their leadership. And what always comes from that training is laughter. Because they're all put in a situation of uncomfortableness of, I can't believe I'm about to do an exercise, which you guys are about to say that in a couple minutes. I can't believe I've been put in this situation to do this. And next thing you know, they're laughing. And they're having a fun time from learning. So what do you know? We can actually have fun training that is relevant and applicable, and they're laughing. And the coolest thing for us when we do this is watching this laughter that they're having, that they're so de-stressed by the end of training. And they come into training hating it. They're like, I can't believe you're going to make me do this. I am so stressed out. And it's even on their evaluations. I was so stressed coming to this training, and oh my God, I'm so happy I was there because we laughed, we had a good time, and we de-stressed. And we do know that laughter lowers our blood pressure. So from a health and wellness point, laughter is something really good. And when it comes to motivating our employees, we want to keep them happy. We want to de-stress them, because an unhappy employee is an unhappy company, right? Does anybody work with anybody, and don't name any names, who can sometimes not be happy at work, right? And how does that affect everybody else? It's bad, right? So we want to keep that internal thing going on. A lot of what we see in our training with our customers is the employees complaining about being unhappy at work. It's not about they're not getting paid enough. They're not getting thank yous, which are free, by the way. And they're stressed out because they're overloaded, because they have more work than they have ever had in some cases. So they're stressed out. So they need to improve their health in many ways, including the laughter portion of it. So that leads us to something that we call yes and. And yes and is the foundation of everything that we do in improv. It's not yes but, which Tom would like to, I'm going to probably call Tom up to help me with this. Yes and is about acceptance of ideas, not necessarily agreeing to everything you hear. It's about being open-minded to what you're hearing. So sometimes someone might pitch an idea to you, and you might say, yeah, but we don't have the money. Yeah, but we've tried that before. Or my favorite when I first moved here, yeah, but this is the beach. It doesn't work that way here. So we want to say yes. Yes, you want me to sponsor a team for the Heart Walk, and we're going to find a way to do that. Are you like, is that good? I just thought of that one. Thank you. So we're open to ideas, and then together we build something with somebody else with this yes and. This yes and exercise is something that we do in all of our training. It's the foundation of everything we do, because it forces people to listen to each other before stopping them. Right? Even right now, some of you are having internal conversations right now in your own heads. You're sort of listening to me, but not 100%, because you're thinking about what you have to do after this, or where you're going for lunch, or what's happening at happy hour, or I'm not into sports, but I'm sure there's some team playing somewhere that somebody's thinking about. So you're not 100% engaged. So this exercise forces us to really, really listen to what's going on and then make a contribution and work together as a team. And to be put on the spot, because there's no time to be thinking ahead of time of what cool thing am I going to say. Because if you are not listening to the person talking to you, you are not going to be successful in repeating what they said, because you're going to have to repeat what you heard them say verbatim. Awesome. Yay. So what we're going to do is a quick little demonstration to show you what that looks like. And why are we doing this morning? Well, we just sort of want to get you engaged and wake you up and have a little bit of fun. So if Tom, would you join me and be my guinea pig? Thanks, Tom. Tom Robb, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll enjoy this.
Good answer. So we're going to show you what this yes and exercise would look like. And it's really important to pay attention because everybody is going to do this. Yay! So it would be helpful to watch what we're doing so that you can do it too. Don't worry, we're not going to bring you up here to do it. You're going to stay comfortable where you are, so no stress in this whatsoever. So in case you don't remember this, and Tom has taken classes with us,
And I tell you, they will stick with you. Now, I still write butt every now and then, but every time I write it, I feel bad. I still do it, but at least I feel bad now about that.
Yes, and is such an important thing. And anybody familiar with Daniel Pink and his books? One of his newest books that Tom turned me on to that I didn't even realize was To Sell. Is it To Sell is Human? To Sell is Human. And he has a whole section on using improv in sales. And we do a lot of that training. And Tom emails me, he's like, darn you and your yes and stuff, and now it's in this book and I can't yes but anymore. So you're going to start out with just a simple statement. And these are statements, not questions. Just a very simple statement. And they're short statements because as we get older, we're not going to retain as much to remember to repeat it. So we want to keep it short so that I can easily repeat what you said to me. So he's going to make a short statement. It could be about anything. I'm going to say yes. So going forward, every time we talk to each other, it's literally the word yes, which is not the way you would normally talk in life. It's just retraining our brain to think positively before shutting somebody down. So I'm going to say yes, I'm going to repeat what Tom said, I'm going to say and, literally say the word and I'm going to add something to it. And it doesn't have to pertain to what he said, but it could. And we're just going to keep building from there. We're just going to keep repeating that last portion that the other person said. And I know some of you have done this yes and exercise. I think you have done it, right? So we'll go from there. You'll get the idea once we're doing it. So you can just start out with a simple statement, and I'll be the first yes hander.
Looking out the window, seeing the golf course out there, I realize I haven't played golf in 8 or 9 months.
Yes, looking out the window over there, you have realized that you haven't played golf in 8 or 9 months, and you like to talk a lot.
Yes, I like to talk a lot. And when I talk, I hope that I make a valuable point.
Yes, you do hope that when you talk, you'll make a valuable point. And Michelle would probably disagree.
Yes, Michelle would probably disagree. And Michelle disagrees often.
Yes, Michelle does disagree often, and she'll say, I do on Saturday.
Yes, she will say, I do on Saturday. And a week after that, we'll be in Key West.
Yeah, so a week after that, you will be in Key West, and you will let Michelle buy anything and everything she wants on your honeymoon.
Yes, I will let Michelle buy anything and everything she wants in her honeymoon, and I will like it because I love her.
Oh, yay! Awesome.
No, I'll benefit from
Hey,
that.
sorry, I'm working it for you. So there was, you saw I tried to create some conflict. I tried to create some conflict for him to have to say no to me. He couldn't say no because that what the exercise was. He had to at least say yes, but he could at least reroute it if he wanted to, but he didn't, which is awesome for you. So whatever you want to buy. So creating that conflict, we still had to say yes to the ideas that we didn't like. And you saw how he set me up with that really long-winded one that I had a hard time remembering, right? That happens. People set us up for those things, and we have to roll with it. So what you're going to do now is everyone is going to find a partner at their table, and if you run out of partners at your table, go make a new friend at another table. And we're going to each do this exercise all at the same time. But before we do that, does anyone have any questions about that? So we're not yes butting. The first person will make a statement of just a clear statement, and then the next response will be a yes. Repeat what you've heard verbatim. Say the word and, add something to it, and so on. Going forward, every statement will start with the word yes. There are no buts. So if your partner butts you, kind of redirect them, okay? And there are no questions. There are no questions because that'll make it harder on your partner. So what I want you to do is find your partner, and before we get started, decide who is going to be A and who is going to be B. And once you do that, please A, raise your hand, and then I'll tell you guys when to start.
How you're going to structure what you're saying.
Awesome.
It really makes you think.
Really makes you think. Did anybody else experience that? You better be paying attention.
Yes.
You better be paying attention. Do we sometimes not fully pay attention?
Yes.
Yeah, all the time. We're missing a lot of details. What else happened? A lot of laughter. Yay! Laughter. Awesome. We love that. That's just like relieving. Like, let's laugh a little bit, right? Did we have any butters? Were there
The
any
last cycle there was a bud, but that's good. You become more aware.
Good. We became aware. We became aware of the but. It just sounds negative, right? That yes but is like that shuts people down. Anything else? Can you see how this could be applicable in what you do every day? Good. Awesome.
But, yes.
Who said that? Who said that? But. Awesome. So we just want to do that quick little kind of icebreaker for the morning to get you going. So take care of yourself. Thank you.